What is up, you guys? Today, the question is coming from Just John 1990. I think Just John was probably born in the year 1990. And the comment that he made was, would love to hear more about your business and how you help customers. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to break down my seven-figure business so you guys can understand all the ins and outs, how I got started, how I leveled it up, how I went from 5 figures to 6 figures to 7 figures in this business, and what is the plan to get to 8 figures. And I do have a number of different businesses going on at any given time. There are 4 things that we're working on right now. I'm going to talk about the main hustle because that's the one that has been most consistently making over 7 figures, which is the Done For You YouTube agency. Now, our second business, the coaching business, I think did about $600,000, $700,000 in 2024. Yeah, we're in 25 now. In 2024. And so I'll talk a little bit more about that one as we're moving forward. But my business partner mostly runs that by herself. And then I run the Done For You agency by myself. So let's dive into the Done For You agency. In order to set the stage, I'm going to take you back a little bit and explain to you how I got started in this business and some of the mental things that I had to figure out. These are super important because I believe that the mentality that I brought coming into this business is what has made it so successful. So pay attention specifically to that. Most of you guys, and this is in general, like everybody on the planet, most people don't want to have to acknowledge that it's their brain holding them back. It's their brain that makes all the decisions. It's the brain that receives and spots opportunity. They don't want to believe that. They want to believe that there's a magic button that you can just press that will bring you riches and wealth and happiness and joy and women and children and everything. But that's not the truth. Well, I guess it is the truth. The magic button is your brain. If you get your brain organized in the right way, anybody can be successful. I mean, you think about it like this. Like we look at the most wealthy people in the world, like wealthy kids. Let's say the kids who had the golden spoon in their mouth, right? And who immediately, like as soon as they turn 18, 19, 20, they go start a company and blow it up. Now, yes, some of those kids have resources. You can't get around that. But a lot of the times people who are growing, who are very successful early on, they just have the right mindset. They have the right knowledge. They know how to spot opportunity, and they have confidence enough to be and boldness enough to jump on an opportunity when we see it and then make really smart decisions. That comes from up here, you guys. That comes from up here. So setting the stage mindset wise is vitally important for anyone who's wanting to build a 6, 7, 8 figure business. You have to have the right tools in the old noggin in order for you to take off. If you're disappointed in that, I'm sorry. Don't blame me. It's just the truth. It is literally the truth. So here's the deal. When let me go back to 2014. In 2014, we started our family YouTube channel. It's called Scott and Camber, and we started by creating kind of motivational content, inspirational content, and then it morphed into a family vlog. And in 2017, that vlog took off. We got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and we became full-time YouTubers. YouTube paid us to create content, and we are living the dream, traveling with our kids and recording content, uploading, getting paid tens of thousands of dollars a month in some cases, and it was really awesome. Well, in 2019, the YouTube algorithm changed, and it deprioritized family content because there were some bad actors in the space. If you guys want to learn more about that, I've made a couple videos on the Rafidi channel about this, and it's really sad. But anyway, our income was cut by about 80%, almost overnight. It's insane. And I was like, what can I do in order to maintain our income? And so I started reaching out to some business friends that I knew, people who are in business. I have a real estate friend, his name's Jason. Jason hired me for $500 a month to create content for them, edit the content, upload the content. $500. Like, I drive out, film stuff, come home, edit it, upload. $500. Insane. It's crazy. But what ended up happening was we started to see some success. right? Because I knew YouTube. And I was like, if I can take the things that I've learned on YouTube, and in reality, all of the skills that I've stacked over the last 20 years of being an entrepreneur, if I can take all of these skills and turn them into a service that I can then offer to business owners to help them scale their businesses, that's a pretty easy business for me because I already know all of these things. So I started creating content for Jason. We started to see some success. We got some videos that got a few thousand views. And I was like, oh, really? That's really cool. And then I had the feeling that I should be doing like a conference type of an event, a workshop. And so I started thinking about workshops. How can I get 30 or 45 people in a room, business owners that I can offer my services to? And so I call up my buddy Jeremy, and Jeremy was the owner of Video Marketing World here in Dallas. It's a conference that has been around since 2017. And Jeremy had a really bad year in 2018, and he was trying to sell the business. So I call him up and I was like, Jeremy, I want to start a conference. Can you give me some insights? He's like, well, funny you should say that because I'm trying to sell our conference. What if I give you 60% of the conference and then you come and run it and then you pay off my debts with the profits from the conference? And I was like, that seems like a win-win. I want to do a conference. He knows how to get people into a room. Let's do this. It was when somebody wrote it the other day and I forgot it already. When opportunity meets freaking A. Again, I screw it up. When you're ready for it, the opportunity arrives, right? And so the opportunity arose to do this conference. Now, here's the thing. We weren't making really any money at all. And this was at the beginning of 2019, end of 2018. And we're like, we're going to do this conference at the beginning of 2019. And so we had a very short window. It was like the end. I don't remember all the dates, but it was the end of 2018 when we decided to do this. And we're like, yeah, let's do it. We have a very short window. That became my full-time job for months, and I didn't get paid at all. So I was trying to do a side hustle over here and trying to still do some YouTube stuff to bring in as much income as possible. And we were only bringing in like $3,000 or $4,000 a month, enough to cover our mortgage and feed our family. But that was basically it. And this is one of the things that a lot of people don't understand. They see the end result. They're like, oh my gosh, he's so lucky. He's got so much money and they're doing this and they drive a nice car and blah, 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 blah. And they're like, I want that. But when I tell them that the journey was, I had to be broke for a long time and I had to grind without the promise of success. I had to grind with faith that I was going to reach a successful outcome, which is like key to all success, is the knowledge that something is going to happen before it happens. Like you look at somebody like, listen, you look at somebody like President Trump. Love him or hate him, doesn't matter to me, I don't care. You cannot deny that guy does not will things into his life because he believes he's capable of receiving those things into his life. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, they will things into their life because they believe that they're capable of receiving those. It's faith. It's faith. So what I run into a lot with people, and I talk to people all the time, and there's a lot of people who are ready to hear this, and there are a lot of people who are not. Again, there's the mass mentality is there's an easy button that these guys know that they're not telling me. And the easy button is they have faith. But most people move forward and walk through life with doubt. It's the same freaking thing. One is the belief that something is not going to happen. One is the belief that something is going to happen. Why in the freaking fudge would you choose to believe that something's not going to happen over something happening? Optimism versus pessimism, okay? So this is what I need you guys to understand. This is so vitally important. The people who are optimistic and believe that they're capable of receiving amazing things are the people who receive amazing things because they're magnetic. They're magnetic. People who have confidence and faith are magnetic. People are attracted to those people. Think about it. Think about this when you have conversations with people, right? Do you like talking to people who are confident and who are chipper and who have faith in you and believe in you and are like supportive of your goals? Or do you like talking to people who are like, yeah, I had a friend who did that and they failed and you're probably not going to like the outcome and you should be careful. Oh man, that one drives me nuts. Yeah, I just want you guys to be careful. I just want you to be careful. I just want you to make good decisions. Frick. I stay away from those people like they're on fire or something. No, I would take care of somebody if they're on fire. Like they're toxic. I'd stay away. I stay away. Because it's that important for me to protect my mind. Your mind is the key to success. All right, moving on. So we do this conference. Guess what? The conference was a freaking smash. We had 330 people there. I spoke a number of times. We had like some of the top, we had incredible creators, YouTube creators that spoke, a lot of great YouTube trainers. And at the end of the event, business just started falling in my lap. And I had people who came to the event and they're like, I want to work with you because I show my successes. I talk about my graphs and I would show them how we went viral. And I would take them on this journey that proved to them that I knew how to achieve an outcome that they desired. It's another important thing, and we're going to talk about sales in the next couple of days, but when you're selling anything, you don't sell a product, you sell the desired outcome that the product will help them achieve. So when I'm selling my services, I'm not selling YouTube management, I'm selling them the dream that they could potentially get 1 million subscribers and become famous and drive leads day and night on autopilot with the content created 2 years ago. That's the dream I'm selling. If all I said was like, yes, I will create your thumbnails, but I didn't have proof that I knew how to create a thumbnail that gets millions of views, then people would only pay me like $25 for a thumbnail. I've been paid like $500 per thumbnail. When I do consulting, when people want to hire me one-on-one, I charge $1,500 an hour. Now that's not a flex. It's not a flex. It's because I have the system set up and the case studies and the proof of concept so dialed in that people expect that I know what I'm talking about, that I know enough, they expect that I know what they need to know in order to get the dream outcome that they're desiring. Makes sense? Is it clicking? I hope it's clicking. If you have questions on this, if it's not clicking, leave it in the comments. Ask me questions because I want to make sure that I'm clear on this. It's so incredibly important. By the way, somebody didn't like my camera angle. What do you think of this angle? Also, I want to apologize. I was trying to use OBS. I got a camera right here. It's my Sony. And I was trying to use OBS to record, and the audio was super low. I don't know what's up with that. So if you guys end up watching that video that's about dopamine, it's a really good video. I was really proud of it. If you end up watching that video, just turn it way up. And then there's like a Slack click sound that you're going to hear, and it's annoying, but you know, we're adults. You got this. And if you have kids, you know how to tune out the annoying things. Wait. I shouldn't have said that. My kids aren't annoying ever. All right, so fast forward. So business starts to come in, and I'm not charging a lot. I'm charging like $2,000 a month at this point for full management. And we get our first big client, Russell Brunson from ClickFunnels. And Russell, I'm working with him, helping him create content that I feel like is going to do well. And in reality, one of the biggest things with Russell, and I don't have an NDA, so I can talk about this. One of the biggest things with Russell, and I love the guy. He's awesome, but he has show mode, and then he has authentic mode. He's got like camera mode and then authentic mode, and they don't mix. They're not like. I hope this isn't like rustling. Fudge. That's going to be a real problem if it is. I'm a hand talker, so 1 second. Let's see if I can do it like this. Maybe like that. It's going to kind of stick out. Sorry, guys, if that's been rustling. I'll listen back and make sure. Now it's all flopped over again. Dang it. Let's try this. Maybe that? That's better. Okay. All right. Anyway, so the thing with Russell is that he has a show mode and then he has his authentic mode, and they don't. There's not a lot of like crossover. And so when I was working with him, he'd be like, "All right, you guys on here," and he'd like turn on this like show mode, and I'm like, "Bro, like you're not connecting with anybody, right? You guys are getting authentic Uncle Raph, authentic Scott here. If you're confused on the Uncle Raph thing, sorry, it comes from the other channel. You're getting authentic me. This is how I speak to all my friends. This is how I speak to business owners and colleagues and clients. You are getting me. I don't have a show mode. This is my mode, one mode. And so there was a disconnect. So we helped Russell do some cool stuff, but we never really got him like massive success. And then we started working with other people. Like the clients were still coming in, and we started to get some really like banger success for some people. And then at this point, we were. I remember we had a number of clients. I continued to increase my rates from 2,000 to 3,500 to 5,000. And again, you guys, the trick here is, I don't want to say trick. The thing that you have to remember, again, is you're selling the dream outcome. I had already achieved what these people wanted to achieve, and so I was selling them that dream. I was like, yeah, you guys, I have built the channel, 350,000 subscribers. We were making tens of thousands of dollars a month on YouTube. I have millions of views. Now imagine if you could take millions of views and apply it to your business. You could make, I made hundreds of thousands of dollars. You guys could make millions of dollars. And everybody's like, where do I sign? This is great. I'll pay whatever it costs. But you have to have those case studies. You cannot walk into a business without any case studies, without any track record, and expect to make $1 million. You have to have a track record. You have to have something that gets people the desired outcome, the dream outcome. You have to achieve that dream, at least partially. You have to achieve that dream outcome that they desire. And then you sell that. You don't sell the services. And so again, when I talk about sales in the next couple of days, this will all kind of click. But sell the outcome. And then the other thing is, I've run ads a couple of times. I really don't like ads because it's there's something different. You have to present yourself differently when you're talking to a cold market as opposed to a warm market. So my business has grown almost exclusively 100% by word of mouth referrals. And it's because I do a dang good job. So I've got a thing written down here. Let's see here. You'll lose if you don't deliver, but if you do deliver, people talk. People talk when you deliver an outcome. People talk when you deliver an outcome. So I was working with Russell, and then I was working with a white label SEO agency, and we were doing really well. And then they referred me to a really awesome client, and we did extraordinarily well with them. Alex Hermosi. I'm not supposed to like really talk too much about that, but he shouted me out in one of his videos, and so it's all fair game. So we worked with old nasal strips there. You guys know who I'm talking about. If you need to rewind and listen to what I said before because you didn't catch it, you'll catch it. And we exploded him, and then guess what? Business exploded. Everybody found out about that, and working with Hermosi, everybody found out. I mean, he was talking, I was talking. We were, I was giving presentations on things and in public spaces, and we exploded. We went from it was like $400,000 in 2021 to 1.3 million in 2022, like explosion. Maybe it was 2020 and 2021. I don't remember. Anyway, we exploded, and there were some like interesting things that happened there too that I'll get into. Maybe not in this video, but we grew. Making a long story short, we grew really fast, and it ended up hurting our company because I had to hire really fast, and I didn't hire the right people, and then we had to fire people, and then we lost clients, and then we didn't have the right avatar. We weren't working always with the right avatar. I was just saying yes to everybody who was coming in, and so we ended up making some mistakes there, and so then we had a kind of a regression year. But the point is that the way that you scale, the way that you succeed, is by fulfilling your promises, giving value, fulfilling your promises, and then people will tell their friends about you. Especially with social media, it was so apparent, right? When we work with people and they explode, everybody's asking, who are they working with? Who's your guy? And then my name would come up. They'd be like, oh, Scott's the guy. And then those people would call me and they'd be like, hey, I heard you blew up Russell, or hey, I heard you blew up Design Loves Detail, or hey, I heard you blew up Twin Home Experts, or Quasi, right? And I'd be like, yeah, I did. Would you like the same treatment? And they'd be like, yes, where do I sign? And so we were just signing contracts left and right and left and right. And now we settled, like I said, we kind of settled back a little bit after the explosive year and tried to like figure things out. And then we've just kind of been slowly stair stepping. So we closed this year, I think just over, or last year, 2024, we closed at just over $1 million in the agency. And things are very like streamlined now. We still have to, man, I mean, there's so many things to talk about, you guys. I want to talk about like hiring and building teams, and like these are all things like when you have momentum and you're making good decisions, or you're trying to scale, you try to make the best decisions as possible in the moment. And if you scale too fast, it can hurt you. If you hire too early, it can hurt you. If you hire too late, it can hurt you. Like there's this weird balancing act that most people never understand because they don't have to deal with personnel and human resources and hiring and firing. We have, I think maybe 15 or 16 team members are on the team right now. The most we had, I think, was 22 at any given time. When you get to that level, I can't manage all of that by myself. And so you have to have trusted team members that you're bringing in and working with and hiring in order to help fulfill. And now you're trusting them with an appendage of your business because you literally can't do it all. And at this point, at this point, what I'm trying to do with the business, as you guys have known over the last couple of weeks as I've been talking about these things, is build up our own assets, work less with on the client side, build up our own assets, so that way we don't have to deal with the clients. We have income that's streamlined and coming in of our own, and we just have to scale and grow our faceless YouTube channels or our personal assets. So that's the business in a nutshell. What do we sell? What do we sell? So we sell YouTube management. And let me just break down our offer for you guys because I think that it's important for you to understand how it's evolved. We started by doing full agency. Like I will come and shoot your content for you. I'm running out of battery. Hopefully it doesn't die. I will, if I do, goodbye. And I'll see you on the next one if it does. I used to go and shoot content and then I'd bring it home, edit it, upload, thumbnail, all of that. I flew to Idaho. I used to fly regularly to Idaho for a client that we had there, the lice lady. She's had a head lice clinic, and gross, but very interesting. And I would fly and shoot. I'd shoot a total of 16 videos. I'd come home, I'd edit them all, and we'd post 4 a week. And we ended up taking her channel ended up taking off. We had some really banger videos there. She sold a ton of product, but she was a great case study as well that helped us close a lot of business. Now it has evolved, and we have our core offer is 1 YouTube video a week and 5 shorts a week. Now, again, everything is strategic. Our videos are very strategically designed to catch algorithmic attention. Our shorts, if you follow me on the RAF channel, you know how I feel about shorts, but I have to lean into it because it's what people want. Our shorts are designed to not only attract an audience, but convert them into long-form watchers, and then we convert our long-form watchers into customers. And so we sell a service for creating all of people's content. And the shorts are designed to be repurposable for TikTok and Reels and Facebook and wherever, LinkedIn, wherever else you want to post them. And clients like that. I think we have maybe 15 or 16 clients right now. And then we have a step up version of that is just adding more reels, adding more shorts, and then our top of the line product is $15K a month. And we will create all of your content for you and we'll upload it on all of the platforms with the intention of growing, getting good content out there, going viral. So that's it, you guys. That's it in a nutshell. Our core offer is $7,500 a month and all the way up to $15K. And those prices will probably change in the next year because we're doing great things. Had a video do 55 million views this last year. Just had a video on Instagram do like, it's up to 4 million views. Like super lazy content, again, kind of like this, but it crushed. And these are the things that people want, right? It's like, who doesn't want to learn how to create a piece of content for the business that's going to go viral, that will build their audience, that will sell product, that doesn't take a whole lot of time? Everybody wants that. And so that's what I'm catering to, and that's what we're helping people. And we've got a lot of experience, super stoked about the future. So future plans, in 2025 and beyond, trying to get up to 8 figures. The thing that is the most pertinent, right? Anybody can get from 0 to $1 million by themselves, like really, like most people can. It's actually a pretty simple process now that I've been through it. I thought it was impossible for a long time. Now I realize it's a pretty simple process. Going from 7 to 8 figures is difficult. It requires team building skills, hiring the right people at the right time, put them in the right places. And it also requires systems, creating systems that anybody can come into, drop into, and team members, clients, they can drop into, and there's a framework for them. And your team members can come in, and there's standard operating procedures that they can come in, get trained, and then they're up and running within a matter of a couple of days or weeks. Those are the things. Oh, and then marketing, and having your marketing on point, because you can't, I think it's a little bit more difficult to build an 8-figure business at our rates without marketing. It's getting late. It's harder to build a business. It's harder to build an 8-figure business without marketing. So those are the things, the components that you have to have dialed in order to go from 7 to 8 figures. And that's what we're trying to figure out. We've got a long way to go, but we've also made it a long way. Again, this year we'll do, I think, just shy of 2 million. We're really close, maybe a little bit over. I don't know. We'll find out in a couple weeks. And so yeah, there you go, you guys. If I left anything on the table, left anything out that you're curious about, leave it in the comments, ask your questions. I'm here to help you. And even though I'm not editing, hopefully you get some value out of this. We'll see you on the next one. Later, guys.